Okay, so what I'm going to do to my truck is put my 3-to-1 in. Before I really tear it apart, I'm going to get in there and pop my drive shaft off, and I'm going to try and remove the yoke and make sure he fits onto this. Fits on there, and then we should be good to go as far as installing this thing. All the bearings for that kit there, or from that kit, fit this thing, so yeah, I think what I might do is actually get the yoke out of there. I mean, not the yoke, but the pinion. If I can do that, then I can see how this is put together and kind of get that assembled with its new bearings. But first, I want to see if that if the yoke will fit it. It looks like everything's gonna be the right size. So yeah, I'm gonna get my I don't know, probably put my jacket on there, that rain jacket, and crawl under there. It's supposed to really stop raining here soon, so hopefully it dries up the next couple of days, because I would like to get some stuff done to my truck. Alright, so I'm going back to the I gotta put my drive shaft back on. I do not have a 1 1/16 socket for this little cocksucker, so I gotta go get that. Yeah, so I'm gonna put the drive shaft back on and go get that real quick. So you're mostly just gonna see the back of my head, but I'm gonna do kind of a high speed on this, because this job is I'm learning how to do the re-ringing of this. I'm still unfamiliar with it, so I don't want to just be like, hey, and then do it this way, do it that way, and this and that. I don't want to do that, so you're just gonna see me work on my truck. Working on a pickup truck. I have some great news. It fits. Curiosity killed the cat. I just popped out of there with the hammer. A few light taps on the end there. Put your nut on there before you do that, but looks like we're good. Just the splines on this one come down further to here. So that's good. It's all about the same, so, but yeah, you can tell this is your 350. This has got less claws on it. That's what that looks like. This one's got more. It's like, oh yeah, sorry, we sent you a 410. I don't recommend installing bearings like the way I did it, but it's the only way I got. So yeah, I got a new bearing on there. I'll blow them out with air. Actually, no dirt, kind of dinged up the cage a little bit, but the function of the bearing's fine. Just make sure there's no debris in there. As you saw on this guy, he had this wedding ring on there. So we're gonna take, we should have a new one in here. Where's my new wedding ring? There's our new bolts for the, oh, here's our new wedding ring. Goes them like that. Yeah, just like that. Again, and I got that thing sitting flush against the sumbitch, so that's good. I need to get the other bearing and seal out of there, see what else is going on, get the old O-ring off, and I'm gonna brake clean this thing up real good and get this put together. Okay, I might need to go back on this with a proper torque wrench and just make sure it gets the right amount of preload, but I gotta It's got a tiny bit of play still in it. This is why I need a torque wrench or something on it. My impact can only do so much. So there's no real side to side. You can't, you know, wiggle it. It just has a little bit of back and forth play. Can't really see very well, but the both bearings are touching the crush washer. So I'm not gonna go any farther than that. But with the new seal, it's like turning in honey now, and I think I got it netted down pretty good. That's about how much stuck out on the old Pinion, so I'm just gonna call that good. Now what I'm all worried about is just getting the meshing of the gears right, and since we have they're brand new, so we should be able to have a little bit tighter tolerances and not have to be so tight. But before I put that in, I'm gonna take the wheels off, undo the 4 bolts or 4 nuts on each wheel that they're holding the axles together, pop those out, and then we'll undo the 3rd member, pull him out, and then go ahead and remove the old ring and pinion. I'll show you how I did that. That was harder than any of this right here. Okay, so I got the new guy in here. My paint's coming off, but oh well. So I guess I got the preload right, because there's no play. There isn't even any back and forth play, so, and it spins freely just fine, just a little bit firmer than before. Oh yeah, I did not replace the races, so they look good, like really, really good. Like they don't even have any wear, so I'm gonna roll with them. I did the same thing with my front wheel bearings. I've just put new bearings in. I left the races in, and I've been still rolling on it for like over 2 years now. So I'm gonna go get the new bolts, which I don't know where they're at. And she's up. Okay, so I got the some of the play set. We have less play than we did before. Maybe a little bit there. It looks like it's all meshing somewhat. Yeah, I'm gonna keep checking on it, but I got these all snug here. I think I can. No, I've tightened these down. I got them both snug, so there's no like slack in the bearings. There's no play there. I've got a tiny bit of back and forth play, but I think that's just the preload. I need to adjust it. And then I had to we're close. There's a little bit of clearance there, but I had to file that down. But it's not going to touch, and it wasn't touching before, except until when I was test fitting it. But now we're a little bit better there on the play. So yeah, what a pain in the butt. But I figured it out. This was all sideways, and I was like, what the hell? And this was like wonk, wonk, wonk. And I was like, oh my god. So I gotta figure it out. So, alright. Got this thing buttoned back together, snugged up. My back and forth play went away. They give you various size shims. I actually put one of the thin ones in there. And it took that play out. And then it moves like it's in honey. It's not stiff. And then I'm just checking the mesh. It looks like we're doing alright. And there's very minimal play, so there's way less than there was before. and we're not hitting there anymore, so, or hitting on that one bearing boss. So I'm gonna get this on a little dolly, slide them in over there somewhere, and or dripping oil, whatever. And then I'll get that guy in there, bolted down, and put the axles back in, and then fill up the oil, put the tires back on, and go for a test ride. Hopefully it doesn't blow up on the highway. For a frig of my sack. No, I'm kidding. Well, anyways, there's a quick look at my new springs. They look like they've been there for years. Yes, I'm using the hose clamp to keep from walking. I need to get another one on the overload leaf there, but I don't think it'll walk with my airbags clamped onto it. Of course, the same for the other side. Get the axles all pulled out. Now, gently put them back in so I don't get freaking dirt back on the bearings. So I really just gotta bolt my drive shaft back on, put the axles back in, and fill up with gear lube. I think I'm gonna put the axles in right now. And then I was just cleaning those up. I'm gonna wipe them off here in a second when they dry. Yeah, I'm almost done here. So yeah, I got 3 bottles of gear lube. That's about how much it takes. So yuck, man. That third member is heavy. Got some good news and I got some bad news. Good news is the truck's all good. I was able to maintain 60 miles an hour with barely any throttle usage. Like really, I just had my foot lightly on it and I was doing 60. But anyways, you want to know the bad news? This and that. Oh my god, that pissed me off. Look, you can even tell it's purple. Oh, I got another box here. Yeah, that's my accumulator. I'm gonna pop that open and take a look at it. I'll probably throw that in tomorrow. And then I should also be getting my HID headlights, which will be going into these lenses. And then I was gonna order it this week, but I'm gonna wait because I've spent a little extra money getting this together. And I'm also having some short days at work because we're just slow. So I'm gonna wait to get the bracket for this stuff. I farted a little bit. Yeah, so I have 2 AC compressors here. They sent me an extra one and didn't really, I don't know. So I have an extra AC compressor, so I think I'm gonna probably throw that on Craigslist or something and sell it for $100. I don't know. But I'll get the bracket soon. But also keep in mind when we add all that, I have to modify my air filtering system, air intake. But I think the next thing that I want to get off my list is this.